Hello everybody, Care here, Can-Am Ambassador and Community Leader for the Women of On Road Facebook group and the Three Wheel Collective by Can-Am. We've just returned from an incredible adventure. We did a lot of dirt, we did a lot of hardcore things with this machine. I'm very impressed. But there were precautions that we took along the way. One of them was, what if a belt breaks? What if a belt gets damaged? Adventure riding isn't about if something goes wrong, it's about what you'll do about it if it does. Self-sufficiency is extremely important. So we're here today to tell you how simple you can actually change this belt on this machine on the roadside with just a few tools. So to give you an idea of the few tools that you will need to carry along with you on your machine, I have them spread out in front of me right here. If we look down here, we have a couple of torques. This is a T40 and a T30 that you will need. You will need a 13 mil socket, a 3/8 drive wrench, and a 13 mil wrench, a 10 mil wrench, a 1/4 inch drive with a short socket and a 10 mil socket on the end of that. Otherwise you could just use a deep socket, a deep 10 mil socket. And then for pulling the panels off, we have this, what is actually called a panel puller. But you can use, if you don't have one of these, flat blade screwdriver. So that's all the tools you need. It doesn't take much to carry these. It doesn't take a lot of room, but they will be invaluable if you need to take your belt off on the side of the road. So that's that. I want to show you where we would keep the belt, the spare belt. Let's just remove these. Take the seat off. And then we discovered this handy dandy little spot, and I actually have two belts in here. I also have tools in here. I have some rags in here. It's a space that is not utilized by anything. Of course, these have to be out, which I use anyways, and so there is a space for your belts. Yeah, and your tools. Hopefully you'll never have to go in there. So, okay. So now let's get to the job at hand. I have Mike here with me, and he's going to get his hands in here and show us exactly and in what procedure to take the belt off and replace it. And along the way, he'll give an explanation of why he's doing it this way, or what not to touch, or what to do. So watch along and learn.
Hi, I'm Mike, and I'm Karen's husband. I've been in power sports for 45 years, so I know my way around these toys like the back of my hand. Doesn't matter if it's new, they're all basically the same. We're going to show you how to pull the drive belt off this thing if you're on the side of the road, especially if you're backcountry riding. You should always carry a spare belt. Karen showed you already where the belt should go. You should carry one. If you don't, it might cost you a lot of money to get it out of the bush off a back road. Tow trucks aren't cheap. And by the way, this does not apply to a Spider. This is for the canyon only. I have not put my hands on a Spider, so I do not know. The first thing I'll tell you is you do not have to pull the wheel. Karen showed you some of the basic tools, only a few handful of tools here. You should have a basic toolkit with you, and that would include these basic tools. So let's get on with it. The first thing you need to do with this thing is remove your guards and the fenders. Now I did go ahead and remove some of the screws to save some time. You basically got 6 screws, 3 over here, 3 on the other side to remove for this guard. This guard, only 1 screw, the bottom guard, well, we broke it, so, but also 1 screw. And then it just slides out. This one, same thing, 1 screw, slides out.
and this just comes right off. So we'll get on with that. We'll remove those screws and pull the fenders and guards off. Like I said, just make this a little easier. I've already gone ahead and removed a lot of the hardware. There's no use watching me undo hardware. And you will be using your Torx 30, as Karen mentioned. The Torx 30 is what removes pretty much all the panels on this machine. Just slides right off. Very simple. Keep track of your hardware. And here's the rear fender. Put that aside. Like I said, one screw for the top belt guard. That's all there is. And there's only one screw for the bottom. It was there. Like I said, we broke it. So, and it just basically pulls right off. So you see, there's this piece right here. It slides up into here. The bottom guard has the same piece as this. It will slide into here, and then you put your screw in. Now your belt is exposed. You do not touch the wheels, the nuts, or the adjustment. That's factory set. The dealers will play with that. There is an actual deflection, belt deflection, and it's really important to maintain that deflection. If you play with this, you will lose the deflection. And this machine, any cog belt, when you mess around with the adjustment, if you don't get it right, they'll strip out the cogs. So you don't touch any of this stuff. All right, next, we go up top here. We remove the seat. Karen had already done that for us. Or Karen has already done that for us. Side. Next thing you want to do is turn the steering so it's pointing to the right. This allows for clearance in this area. Okay. Now we're going to remove this bottom panel. Bottom panel, again, Torx 30. It's a little tighter than one. I need my ratchet. And you only one screw that holds it. That's it. We will remove this. Now this bottom panel, if you look over here, right in here, oh, it's gone black.
It's okay, it's just a screen.
If you look over here, it's kind of hard to see, it's kind of dark. There's a tab here and a tab here, and basically you're going to pull it back in this direction, then you're going to lift up on it, and then you're going to bring it back this way. So let's do that. Oh, we're going to pull it back out this way, and then pull back, and then slide it forward. It's got clips here that go into here, so you need to pull back on it, then pull this way, and then bring it out. Okay. Okay, the top panel. This whole panel has to come off. Super easy. You undo this, pull these tabs, lift up, and it pulls off. Now this is where your screwdriver will come in handy. I have this tool here to do it. Make it easier. These pins, they just come right off. You can do it with a flat bladed screwdriver. Carefully, you don't want to break them. And then, again, torque's 30. You got a screw there, there, and there. So let's remove them. As you and then the top one. Okay. Once you got the screws, the 3 screws removed, you basically just take it, slide it back. You got an anchor here that slides right into here. You just slide her back, and that's it. Okay.
I have not washed this bike yet. This is still Dempster dirt. Oh well.
Okay, so now we're going to remove this tensioner. It's spring-loaded, not a big deal. This is where the 10mm socket comes in, and if you put the kit together, make sure you get this little extension or a deep socket, because if you don't, it's really difficult to get in there. It will, but it makes life a little easier. Or you can use a wrench, but I prefer a socket. So I've already, like I said, I've already kind of taken some of these. You don't have to worry about the spring or nothing. Just undo one, undo the other one. Now when you get to a certain point, as you're starting to lift here, okay, don't go all the way. Put your hand on it. Push down. It does not take a lot of pressure. Anyone can do this and undo it. And then that's it. And take it away. All right. As you notice, some of the screws are loose because I've already went ahead and loosened some of these. Okay. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to loosen this screw or this screw. Doesn't matter which one. You do not need to remove them. Just loosen them. So we're going to loosen this way. Okay, just kind of thread it out a little bit, and that's good enough. Now we're going to go to our 13mm on a 3/8 drive. This is pretty tight. And we're going to remove these 2 bolts, and there's 2 bolts on the inside. Okay, that holds this assembly in place. So let's go ahead and remove them. I loosen them. Loosen this one. One, the other one, and the 2 top ones. And this one. And there you go. So now these bolts are out. You're going to take your Torx 40 and undo this bolt. Now this one, we're going to loosen it. You're going to just kind of hold on to it. I just put my knee underneath. It's not heavy, it's just to help undo it. It's all aluminum, so there's no tension on it or nothing. Otherwise, the bolt has to carry the weight. Makes life a little easier. Okay, here's the magic. Once you undo all these bolts, you swing this over.
Look at that.
It completely opens it.
Completely exposed belt. Nice.
Okay. Now,
that took about 9 minutes.
Now what you're going to do is we're going to remove this belt roller. Now, don't remove the bolt. Remove the 2 small screws.
The bracket.
The bracket itself. It's much easier. If you undo this, no problem, get it out, have fun putting it back on. So, this is where the 10 mil wrench and ratchet come in. Okay, leave the bolt in for now. Same deal. Once the nuts are off, put your hand underneath, pop a bolt out, and there she goes. And just let it hang. Now your belt is ready to come off. Okay, how do you get it off? Very simple.
Does it go under here?
Yep. Come to the back. Lots of looseness in here. Grab a hold of the belt with your fingers and just pry it off.
Very good.
There you go.
Awesome.
Then, this is why you loosen that. Take the belt, lift up. It takes a little bit of strength, but you just lift up on it. And squeeze it by. And there you go.
Hey, yay, look at that.
Belt is off.
That took about 13 minutes.
What you will have to do is, being you're changing the belt, because you can't get this off now you have to remove this bolt. So you just undo the bolt, take the roller off, put it back on the new belt, put the bolt back in, tighten her up. Now it would be ready for installation.
Can I just say something about this roller?
Oh, actually, I'm missing a tool.
Okay, he's going to go find a tool
I missed that.
that we forgot. In my research, I found that this roller should be replaced every 20 to 30,000 kilometers. I am at 20,000 now. And it is showing some wear. So I'm going to go to the dealer and have them have their look at it and then most likely have it replaced. But as you can see, the belt has taken no damage whatsoever.
2,300 kilometers.
Yeah.
If they're doing it at home, maybe. You know what I mean?
So with the belt off, we can actually give it a really good inspection. It doesn't appear that there's anything wrong with this belt. There's absolutely no holes in it, no rocks, no nothing. But if we wanted to look closer, we would look between the cogs. And if we seen any cracking starting, anything of that nature, then we would probably replace the belt would be the best advice for that. But otherwise, this belt just took the canyon all the way to the Arctic Ocean, had no problems at all, and didn't collect any rocks. It did have a squeak for a little while, but I think that was because there was dust collecting on top of the belt, and as it went by the tension roller, it made the roller slip a little bit and cause a squeaking sound. We're thinking that's what it was. The nice thing is once I pressure washed the bike and the belt, that noise stopped. So yeah, these belts are Kevlar belts and they're extremely strong. You can really trust them, but still, they are a mechanical component. Mechanical things don't last forever. Sometimes they have malformities, you know, so it's best to always carry one of these. And as you've seen today, it's very, very simple to take it off. So I suspect we're going to put it back on for you today now. So stay tuned.
Okay, so once we have the belt off, you need to remove this roller. I apologize, the fact is in our list of tools, we forgot about the bolt. It's a 15 millimeter wrench and socket you will need to remove this bolt. Now this bolt is quite tight. Make sure you have a good wrench, a good ratchet for that. You know, it is tight.
You've loosened it though.
But I've loosened it already, so you will need to remove this. Like I said, you don't want to remove this when it's on the bike. Figure, oh, it's just easier to, no, it's not. It's, believe me, it really isn't. You're gonna have to fight to get the bolt back in. Taking it off is one thing, putting it on is something else. Okay, just slide her out. That's it. Voila, it's apart. Get your new belt, slip this back on, like that. Put the bolt back in, like this, and then tighten her back down.
Is there any direction to the belt, or is it just
No,
no
they're
direction?
bi-directional.
Okay.
Now, after saying that, if you're reusing your belt, make sure you install it the same direction it came off. It's advisable to do that
Because it's been worn that way?
because it's been broken in that direction. Now, if you're,
So an arrow might help?
you could paint an arrow on it or pay attention. If you're putting a new belt, no, you can put it either way. So you want to tighten this bolt up. Now this is a nylock, it's a self-locking nut. They won't come apart. So, brackets on, belt's ready to go on. Let's pretend it's a brand new belt. Just slip that sucker back on. As Kara said, there is, after 2,300 kilometers of gravel, constant gravel, this belt has suffered 0 damage. It's in perfect condition. There's no holes in it. We do know there are some people that have holes in their belts. I've seen it. We've experienced it ourselves. It's a crapshoot, you know. If you pick up a rock, it may pop a hole in it. It may not. It's just the way it is. Chains on motorcycles fail just the same. I've seen plenty failures. I've had it myself. Is it a problem to use a belt drive on gravel road? No, it's not a problem. You can use it. It's reliable. And the beauty is you can pack extra belt and change it on the side of the road. Try packing a chain. Not so nice. Okay, installation. Drop her down. Same deal. You slide it through here. I mean, you could remove, to make life easier, let's just remove this bolt because it allows you to lift up on here. A little easier. There we go. Back on. Just slip the bolt back on. Okay. Okay, so now all you do
You slide the belt back on into place. So you put it on the cogs over here, just like so. You bring your belt over, and you will do the same thing. Line up the cogs, slide them on. Don't slide it all the way, just slide it part ways, get it all started. Just like this, just push it down and line up the cogs. Oops. Oh, I thought there was a bug beside me, it's your fan. Okay, so once the cogs are all in, like I said, start a little bit, because if you try to push here, you're not going to get it on the bottom, or vice if you start at the bottom, just a little bit. Once it's lined up, just
Great advice.
push it on. There we go.
The belt is in.
Belt is on. Now it's just a matter of reassembling in reverse to what we did. So, bottom pulley.
Hi, Roxy.
Bottom pulley over to here. Okay. Use one of the bolts, stick it in there like that, lift up, and stick it in there.
Maybe it should be on either side.
Can you see there? It went in.
Yep.
Do the same, the second one. Or, actually, let's put the nut on. Then the other bolt won't come off. Just put the bolt on there, the nut, to hold the bolt from falling out. Okay. Don't tighten anything, just start it. And then pick it, pull up. Because now you're fighting the belt, right? So if you were to take that bottom roller off and getting that bolt through, way tougher. There you go. Bottom roller is in place, just needs to be tightened. Use your 10mm socket and the 10mm wrench. Okay, and that's that.
So is there any advice on how tight to put these bolts?
Well, when you're on the road, you make it snug, don't get carried away, because it's only a small screw, you can break it. They're all self-locking, so they don't come apart. I'm always carry blue Loctite. Everything I put on is blue Loctite. Does two things. One, it's removable. Two, it protects the threads from rusting. So if you have blue Loctite, carry it in your kit. You could blue Loctite it on, and it's easily removable. These were all blue Loctite already, but not this time. I'm just showing you how to do it. Okay, that's that. Now, you take this baby, and we slide her over. Okay, and then we use this long bolt.
Sure, it's the bolt. It's a long one.
That's the one with the 40, and it goes right in here, here. Okay, feel for it. Start it with your fingers. Start everything with your fingers. Don't use power. tools until you're sure it's threaded on. There you go, it holds itself once it's threaded. And then you're gonna want the 4 bolts, the 2 that go there and the 2 that go there, which are these guys. If you want sizes, I can measure these. I think they're...
That's okay.
So, might have to manipulate this a little bit to get it to start. There we go. Started. And the other one inside. Started. And then this one. This bracket here. Started. And started. Now you can go ahead and tighten these guys before this. These 4, this one, and then that one. So, do this.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we got these guys tight. These 4 bolts tight. We're going to tighten up this 40 mil bolt, 40 mil Torx, I mean. Snug. Okay, now we're gonna snug up this guy.
Is the sequence important? In which
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay.
What mainly holds this whole assembly together are these 4 bolts. They need to go in first. If you tighten this, you'll have a heck of a time trying to get these bolts in. So do these guys first, then this one, and then these 2 little ones. If you loosen both of them, I only did one. You could remove it right out. But put everything in before tightening everything. Finger with your fingers, get them started, 2 or 3 threads in, then you're good. If you don't, you'll have a hard time. Okay,
Everything's tight.
everything's tight. We got this hardware, this here, and these tight. Everything's ready for the panels, except we still have this spring-loaded top roller to put on. This roller, purpose of it is to absorb belt vibration like this. And it's necessary, otherwise it would vibrate right through the whole entire bike. So it's spring-loaded, so I just kind of push part ways down with it.
Let's go over here just a sec.
Just part ways. You don't have to push all the way, if you know, otherwise they're slipping all over. Part ways, and just get the screw in there.
Bolt.
And the bolt. I better get my glasses down, I can't see. Yeah, I don't try to push it all the way. I just just enough for the screw to go through, and then I just snug it up. And once it's in there, you can push all the way down. Then you're not going to slide all over. And get the second one in. Sometimes you have to give these things a bit of a wiggle. Hey, that's that. Let's bring it down. Like I said, there's not a lot of tension on this. It just keeps the roller down. It prevents the belt from bouncing all over. And put a lot of tension. This is just aluminum. You tighten that up, you'll strip it.
Okay, pay attention to that,
And-
important.
See these bolts? They're shouldered. It's a shouldered bolt, meaning it's self-locking. Those shoulders will lock onto the metal. So you don't have to worry about it coming loose. Just snug them. Of course, if you're doing this at home, you should be using a torque wrench and using BRP's recommended torque specifications. But who carries a torque wrench on the side of the road? We don't. So if you're on the side of the road, this is what you need to do. At home, use the torques. When you get home after an incident such as changing a belt, then it's advisable to get it apart and re-torque everything properly. Okay, we're ready for the panels.
Plastic number 1.
The big panel. Remember, this slides into here, okay? That slides into there.
Okay.
Okay, slide it in like that, bring it over that, and then you just kind of lift up. You got one screw that holds it there. Let's put that one in right now. Okay, then there's 2 screws that go down below here. Here, and of course one here, and essentially that's all that holds this plastic on. Plastic, it's on. Now your push pins. There are 2 push pins that need to go in. Make sure the pin is up in this position. Squeeze it a little bit and drop it in there. Push it down on it like that. Same deal. There you go. Okay, well, panels are on. Now we can put this guy on. This one's a little different. It's got a wire there. Kind of gets in the way. Slip it off. These 2 guys, a couple slots in there. Just line them up. Pull this. See, there's some red here. Once it's in place, the red will not show. Okay. Give it a push. Red's gone. It's in place. Okay. And then our final side panel, this guy here. Now we had talked about this. We got the friction clips here that go into here. And we have this piece here that sits on top here. And then this piece here slides over top of this. This portion has to go behind. So how you do it is you kind of hold it like this, slide it in behind. It's kind of tricky. Slide it in behind, go past the plastic. Okay, then you have to line up where those other pieces so it catches. It's a little bit of fiddling here because it's a tight fit. There. Slides into place. Once it's in place, that's it. Clips in.
This side looks a little open.
That's how it's made. What else we can do with it? And then, of course, there is a screw that holds everything in place right here. side panel screw. Voila. Back together. Now, what we got are our fender and belt guard. And we only have one belt guard, so.
So on our trip, one of the belt guards underneath got hit by a fairly sharp rock and cracked. This was only not even halfway into on the Dempster Highway. We'd only done about 600 kilometers of dirt. So we just took it off, and you know what? We did the rest of the trip with no damage. Absolutely no damage at all with that bottom belt guard off.
Missing, yeah. So I think it's, yeah, maybe a bit of a decoration. Okay. Okay, so you need to get this into here. So I don't exactly remember how I did it last time. Yeah, this way. So you gotta kind of come in over here. I don't know if you can see that. So you can come in like this, and then push it in.
Okay.
And then put your screw on the back side.
Cool.
Again, it's a 30, a T30. Everything's a T30 except some of the bigger screws, but you don't. You're not really going to be using the T40s only right there. The rest is all T30s. There we go. And then of course we've got our fender. Now the fender, smooth on this side, inset on this side. So put this side on first. Come have a look over here.
Side first.
No, come over here and just show it. You see this? Okay. So you'll want to put this side on first, and the other side will just slide on. Okay, so come in, line her up. It's good. The other side just slides on. It just fits. If you try to sit this side, you may fight with it a little bit. So I just kind of set it over here. Done. She's basically back together. Put the 6 screws back in, and you're done.
Okay. Well,
That's it.
go over there.
And yeah, you can straighten out your handlebars now. Put the seat back on and go for a rip.
So thanks, Mike. Good job. I think he's made it increasingly easy as he went along in belt re-and-re. Something very important to keep you going on your adventures. If you have any comments, please leave them down below and we will do our best to answer them. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a big thumbs up, subscribe, yeah, and all of that. Thanks for watching. Oh, one more thing.
Remember, when you do get home, if you have to replace one of these on the side of the road, when you do get home, torque everything up. And I always advise to using blue Loctite. It protects the threads from rusting. And torque it up to spec.
Okay, there you go, adventure riders. We're all done here. Thanks for watching again, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.